Hello, my name is Gavin Jones, the creator of Realms Asunder. In the coming campaign, we will be playtesting some of the abilities that we'll be using. So some things may feel underpowered or overpowered. We are aware of that and we're working on it. We're also going to probably be covering some darker themes for a more mature audience, so be warned of that ahead of time. I hope you enjoy Realms Asunder, The Threads of Destiny.
My stories are catalogued within these pages of my journal. Eons ago, I was tasked with recording the events that occurred as I travelled across the many worlds and realms. Throughout the ages, I've seen heroes rise, warlords conquer, and kingdoms fade into mere legend. I've witnessed gods play games with mortals, using them as pawns for their own pleasure, enjoyment, for what they deem as a higher purpose. Threats larger than comprehension loom within the realms. One tale emerges from the annals of time, a story of unlikely heroes connected by the threads of destiny. I hope you will find as much enjoyment in their tale as I. Yours, Zerzio Reni.
All right.
No zero that time.
So
That was good. That was good.
oh my gosh. So last time, you guys had adventures through Black Ash. You guys were split up, taking on different parts of the city. One group was set to get the boat, did some shopping. The other group set to go find Ellie's father's body.
Ooh, Gavin. The pictures are messed up.
No, they are not. I will kill you. So,
Didn't work the second time.
you guys ended up running into Nightmare agents. Gem and Fallback specifically was looking for you after the murder of Blaze and the theft of a sword in the city. Giving you all kind of a little bit of a talking to, and basically unofficially letting you go with your crimes, but with the understanding that you're essentially banished from the kingdom unless you let him know every detail of where you're at all the time, and you are disguised. And on the condition that you help him out with protecting the kingdom from outside threats that you find out. With that, one group, Group A, so that'd be Aralea, Nick, and Roy,
Alpha.
had the help of
Group A?
So we're alphas.
because they went first. So they're group.
Awesome.
You guys can be group one. I don't know. So
blue ribbon participation shit. What are you talking about?
Group A had the help
Group
of
Beta.
Reese to escape the city, but eventually you guys had to basically abandon. He kind of held off the last remaining agents of Nightmare while you guys got onto the Shadow Strider, so you guys could escape and get it going. Group 1 or B, whichever you prefer,
Group C
or
for
Beta.
Chad.
Okay, cool. The other group, which is Eldoran, Ghost, and Ellie, you guys had the help of Morgaine, who is the other chosen of Yadal, counter to Reese. Waiting for the opportune moment for the other group to make the distraction. You guys kind of managed to see the aftermath of their destruction, but also came to the rescue of Reese, took out the remaining Nightmare agents, and escaped onto the Shadow Strider, and you guys are now out of the city. So, we are in travel mode now. So, if I'm going to kind of go from person to person, if there's things that you guys want to do, so think about what you guys want to do on the ship while you travel, and we'll have a few events here and there that happen as you guys go.
I hire assassins to kill the one guy that we're supposed to.
Oh, Reese? Yeah.
Yeah. Ghost,
Yeah,
you know any
yeah.
assassins? That can kill.
Ouch.
No, not any actually. You know, it's very surprising.
It's not like I'm from a company of assassins or anything like that, you know.
Well, you
Weren't
were.
you just like the chamber cleaner?
Oh yeah. I mean, you got it.
Yeah. So I figured.
Yeah.
What his skills are most aligned with, yeah.
We'll get the hang of this one day, folks. Don't worry.
Being a shithead.
So, you guys have rented 2 cabins to be split up amongst the 6 of you. I believe you rented. You rented 2. So how are sleeping arrangements going? Who's getting
Okay.
shoved in what?
I have room 1. They have room 2.
Oh, all of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, okay. Well, Ellie and I would definitely be sharing a room.
So the 2 of you and then the 4 of them?
I
That's
never
a
said
lot
of
that-
people in a
No,
room.
I never said that all 4 of them had to be in there.
It's okay. We'll just
Just
put
that Ellie and I
pillows
would
in
be
between
together.
us, like as a barrier.
What, you
They-
don't want to cuddle?
Let's say
You guys want
Ghost,
to go pillow fight?
One pillow will be gone so we can cuddle.
Ghost
okay.
Roy, and Eldoran in one room, and then
Nick, Ellie, and Arale in the other?
Okay. I'll be with the dicks.
So,
Sure.
the 2 other cabins that are down there are rented out 1 apiece, 1 for Reese and 1 for Morgaine.
Some horse shit.
They right next to ours.
Yep,
Why did
they
we
are
go
right
up
next door.
there?
They seem to have a little bit more money at their disposal than you guys do.
Fair.
We're poor.
There's some bumping against the cabin wall.
They're in separate rooms.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I thought you said they're in the same room.
No,
During
they're in,
the
they're in
day.
s- they're in separate rooms.
It's like that question you get from a hotel concierge. Like 1 key, 2 keys.
Together, separate. 1 check, 2 checks.
Never mind. Okay. So I just thought of something that happened, but
Well, that's
never
what I
mind.
was
We'll talk-
referencing.
That's what I thought you
Yeah.
were referencing. That made me laugh so hard. Okay. So
Inside jokes.
who wants to start? Who wants to start with stuff while we travel? Does anyone want to do anything?
Well, we should probably start with telling each group on what happened while we were separated.
Okay.
Although I got 6 napalm bombs primed and ready to blow up the ship at any
Holy
moment.
fuck, let's go.
Yeah.
Also referencing
So how
Texas
did your
Trader.
how did your guys' quest go? Did you find anything about Ellie's father?
Hey, did you
No.
find him?
Not at all, actually.
Not even
No.
a little.
Nope. We kind of got ambushed and then brought in for questioning. I would have, taken him out, but Aldoran can't hold himself in a fight, so we had to, go along with their demands. And they asked us some questions. We answered, and he let us go. We followed some woman. I don't even remember her name, to be honest. And now we're here on this boat. So, and we saved Reese. So,
Did your lazy eye, distract you? That's why you couldn't.
did my lazy eye distract me? I don't have a lazy eye, Roy.
I spend 10 minutes to get from a lazy eye.
All right. Make
I
sure
don't
to
know.
mark off those slots.
Have we slept?
I would say this is happening right after you guys leave the city, so no.
Fuck!
Okay.
So
Let's
that's-
say, what a
Right.
wonderful use of spell slots.
Well,
Starting off angry.
he probably doesn't have any spell slots left.
No.
Oh, I'm mad.
Continue.
Can't do it.
Okay.
So how about you guys?
We got off pretty scot-free. In most sense.
As I say, you guys look a little banged up, but
Do we? I don't think
Yeah.
we do.
I think you guys took a couple hits, but not very much. I mean, you guys
I
are
look
drained on.
perfectly fine.
You
I'd
guys
say
are
they look a
drained
little
on
more
slots.
tired.
oh, okay.
A little more tired.
I misremembered then. I thought from last session you said that there was like. a big
No, it was
fight
Reese who
when
got
you
his
took
ass
over.
Oh,
beat.
yeah,
I thought
Reese-
Reese like interfered. Like, but,
Reese
yeah.
is real hurt.
Oh, okay.
The rest of them are actually not too bad off.
Okay.
I got punched by Airlay at one point.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I definitely knocked him.
I got a swollen
Real
lip.
good.
Well, we went into the town, sold off the dagger that's being disenchanted and destroyed. So that's one thing off the list. Got some gems for it. We went to a bar, hung out for a bit, talked. Then we were ambushed at the bar by the
Because-
Killed everyone.
second in command.
Let's talk about why we got found out from the bar. And it's because you don't know how to stick to code names.
I am not used to telling. I just say my name. That is the first thing I say when I introduce myself or meet new people. I'm sorry.
You should stop it.
I thought it was because I got a new spell that didn't work. Gavin.
It did work. It prevented them from finding you for nearly the entire day.
It
You guys
because
almost-
Nick said, "My name's Nicholas Warrenborn. What's your name?"
Yeah, I
Okay.
basically rolled every time that there was a chance that you guys would have been overheard or kind of revealed who you were, and that
We
was the
did.
one that got you.
We did not know exactly how many nightmare agents were freaking stalking us because somebody wanted to kill off an entire royal family.
You didn't get all of them.
Anyway, there's no,
You.
no need for blame on any side. But had our did he talk with you guys as well? The nightmare. Oh, what's his name?
Gemin Fallback.
Gemin.
I know it's Gemin.
Dude, my notes are all over the goddamn place.
Don't believe so. No.
Oh, he didn't
Yeah, he
talk
did.
with you guys.
Gemin was the one who you guys fought.
I think he's trying to lie.
Oh, are you trying to lie?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah,
Yes, we
I
did talk
didn't
to him. Yes.
Gemin.
Yes, we
It's
did.
been a long time. Gemin is the nightmare agent that you guys ran into. Well, it would have been Ellie.
Oh, was
and
that the
Roy.
guy that I fought?
Yeah,
Yes.
the gnome
Got
guy.
it.
Yeah, he's the one
Got
that knocked Eldoran unconscious. Yeah, that was
You
him.
literally recapped it to him.
He's
I
a gnome?
didn't- The name didn't
He's
sound
a gnome.
familiar.
God, we
Yeah.
made so many more short jokes.
And then Reese came along, opened our cell, we fought a few people, and we had to swim to the boat.
That was- Yeah.
Mental evening.
Bullet points.
Just give me the sparked notes version of it.
So if you guys, so Reese, is he okay?
He's a little wore out, but he should be fine.
He'll live.
Where is he? In his room, or
I don't
I
know.
hope
Where is
so.
he,
Wouldn't want
Gavin?
him bleeding all over the deck.
You would you saw him go into his room.
But I do have enough spell slots to give him a healing touch. I'm gonna touch him real good.
Ooh, yeah.
Ew.
I'm band to flesh.
Ew.
how about you, Eldoran? Have any more, or are you tapped out?
Outside of game, that's a very fun question because I was using the wrong character sheet all last session, so I have no idea. I'm gonna assume 0.
Okay.
I
Probably
had,
good
like
call.
none of my spells, and I was like, "This is weird. I think I'm missing something." Turns out
That
I wasn't.
was really funny. That was really funny.
I heal Reese 19 points.
So assumedly no.
Oh, did you go and heal him?
I think I would have if I saw him come on the ship.
Okay.
Fucked up.
Okay.
Because I had 2 spell slots left.
All right. Mark those down.
And guess what? Now I got 0.
He's sitting pretty okay now then.
Did that the Gemini fella
Continue.
The name is spot on.
He was
It's a movie
born in
reference.
June.
Did he guys ask you questions that you had to answer?
Oh, we're going right out with that, huh?
Yeah, wow.
Did he ask you a question too that you needed to answer, huh?
He says that to Ghost.
Ghosty, did he ask you some questions? Ah!
Appropriate response.
He bit me.
Yes. Would you like more?
Anything important?
You want to know what about?
That would be a yes.
Yes, he asked strange questions, honestly. I don't know why what was it, blackmail? I've got really no understanding as to why.
It's blackmail. That would be my thought on it.
Strangely personal.
No need for that.
Marcus.
Ow.
I can't do this.
I'm distracted.
Well, if that's the case, if people want to share, more than welcome to. If not, we can all just go to bed for the night. Eldoran.
I think I've told you guys this. Or was it the other group?
Better be careful about your words,
Well-
Eldoran. What you gonna say?
I'm going to say that y'all remember Nick, you wouldn't. You were dead.
Oh, okay.
You remember how we brought you back?
Sorry
life
to put it bluntly.
and you owe us.
I have not forgotten.
Apparently we all had a conversation with a certain individual. And I am the only one that said yes.
Ah.
So I owe something. A couple of things.
What do you owe?
Yeah, you're diseased.
Yeah,
an
some kind of
STD?
horrific STD I carry around.
Where did the Shadow Man touch you, Eldor?
Apparently in the chest, I guess. I don't know. I think that's where Gavin said the thread was coming out.
Yeah, I said there's like the sickly green thread that was out of your chest and then like ran over your shoulder and then like kind of like disappeared. But it seemed to, like you could keep following it if you had wanted to.
Jesus.
The old truth seeker.
You guys can't
said-
see that.
Said something about that, didn't he?
Truth seeker?
Oathbreaker.
Oathbreaker. Sorry, I was
I knew
saying
what you
that
meant.
truth ring, but
I don't know.
So what deals did you make with him?
Well, the only one that was actually a deal, and this is kind of awkward. So, Nick, you're looking for a certain Colette Bescon, right?
Colette, yes.
Yes. Well, I know exactly where she's at all times.
Yeah, right now
That's great.
you focus on it, Eldoran, and you can feel you're actually getting closer to her.
Fuck.
But she's still distant. Very distant.
So I have that power, which is pretty cool because that helps you out. However, my deal is I said I'd kill her. It's what he asked for, and the deal sounded really good. So
Who is this? Colin?
she
Colette.
almost
Samuel?
she almost killed me. She runs a slave trade.
Right, right.
Trading ring.
Why would you agree to know
The-
where
the-
she is at all times?
So I could go and kill her.
Oh, so you want to kill her?
I mean, yes.
Okay. So the fact that you have to now kill her doesn't bother you.
I don't feel particularly great about being forced to do it. But that's the deal. I would like to get out of it if I could, but that's questions for a different time. That we're not going to get the answers right now.
Slave.
You're
Trade.
you're probably going to be able to get the answers. How long is the journey to
It's
Bailu?
it's like a week and a half by ship. Depending if nothing depending on winds and stuff like that, it could be a little faster, a little slower. Because you guys are riding the coastline.
Yeah, Reese had mentioned when we first met him about it, and that kind of set me off against talking to him, but now, after some time and some reflection, I believe it would be best to talk to him about it.
I believe I know why he knows that. It's because you remember the sister that we met a couple, a little while ago.
The fortune teller?
Fortune teller. We're going to meet her new sister, her other sister.
Her new sister.
New sister.
Her,
Oh
her
my.
Baby
parents are still
sister.
going at it.
What are you doing, stepsister?
Oh no.
Oh god.
Apparently that's why Reese came and picked us up, is what Reese told me. Is so we could be brought to her.
Oh.
You know, that was the one question we didn't ask her. Now that I think about it, Ghost. Well, good to know.
Who is this?
Didn't ask who was.
You
Morgaine.
got help as well. Morgaine.
Yes,
Okay, good to know.
she's the woman that is with Reese.
Correct.
Okay. Well, we can talk about this more later because
Well,
we have 10 days of travel to get through.
do you want to see this person dead, Nicholas?
No, quite the opposite.
But she owns a slave trade? But you don't want to see her
Owned and
dead?
operated proudly, hands-on work.
Like, really good at what she does.
She's good at what she does. Yeah,
So
Didn't
why
you-
wouldn't you want to see her dead, Nicholas?
she's good at disemboweling people.
What the fuck?
I almost died.
I checked to see if his limbs are real.
They're,
Okay.
they're real.
Apparently not that good.
They're real.
She wasn't always like that. When I first met her, she was just a little girl hiding behind her father's leg.
That she disemboweled later.
Did she find how to start a slave trade in her father's back pocket while she was hiding behind that leg?
No,
I think she cut it off and then found it
That would
in the
make a
back
lot of
pocket
sense.
afterwards.
she was taken by a slave trade. You know, Blaze, the guy I ended. He was the one who,
Was
or
he
one of the
killed?
people who took her, along with her brother and their mother.
Oh,
How long ago was this?
This was 15 or so years ago,
It was closer to 20.
closer
this
to 20.
point.
Right. But I owe their father a great deal. And she has done a lot of bad things, and I have just recently learned that she was a part of this slave trade. I want to do my best to get her out, get her safe.
But she disembowels people.
straight up stabs him in the gut.
At least not in the back.
There's some honor to that.
Did she wrong you at some point, Eldoran? Other than
Other than the
removing
slave
all of your
trade
limbs
thing?
and replacing them with robotic arms?
Other than the slave trading, no, it wasn't strictly personal.
If you could get that removed, would you be willing?
It presented the choice if she would atone. What that atonement means, then I wouldn't know what exactly she would have to do to atone for that, but if she'd find something.
That's
It's not a yes, but it's not a no.
because we're going to somebody who can get that thread taken off you.
You know that for sure.
I have a pretty good idea.
Okay.
Along with all their sisters deal with these threads, or so they say. So if this is an actual thing, and very well sounds like it,
Steal Reese's hat.
Agatha would probably be able to do something about it, but for a price.
Well, all she has to do is name it at this point.
All right.
Anything else that you have to do, Eldorn? Or anything else that you traded for?
Nothing substantial. Uh, peaceful life with the rest of my family. And then he said some kind of information regarding. Have I mentioned this to you guys? I don't know. I am apparently some kind of gateway for demons to travel through, according to what he said. I don't know what that means. I've tried researching it, trying to find anything I could find on it. There's
I
nothing.
mean, I've had Thai food as well, but I mean,
Not that end.
oh, okay.
Did they specify where the demons come from?
So like, just
No.
a head pops through, and then they're like, "Argh." They go back in.
I don't know. Wasn't able to find anything on it.
Okay.
So your gateway.
Hell of a gateway.
Don't you forget that. I'm one hell of a gateway.
I'm the gateway.
Motherfucker. Call me the Rock.
What else did you? What did you gain this information from him?
No. I was caught up in the moment.
Can we remove this shit from you?
That's hopefully Agatha can. Else we're in trouble.
Who's Agatha?
The fortune teller's sister.
Right.
Marcus is gone.
Ah! No!
Marcus is like, okay, bye.
That's unfortunate.
Oh God, he's just coming randomly, just in and out of sound. Are we pausing?
That's an asshole!
Oh, your cat did that.
Oh.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, you don't have to fix us.
Well, no, I'm glad because he was the last one in, so he doesn't change the order.
Nice.
Oh, well, good.
Look, I'm super blurry though.
That was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
The cat's like, you're done.
I just blinks from existence. I'm back, guys.
Wow, that was a wild fucking trip.
Would we know any way to remove these curses or promises or whatever from him?
Make a magical arts check for me.
Natural one.
Can't
Let's see.
the Oathbreaker remove them?
That was fucking
Ow.
loud.
That was really loud.
Somehow I missed a 20 by 20 like dice rolling tray. That's actually a. What do you say? Magical?
Magical arts.
Which is not in knowledge.
Yeah, it is. It's a knowledge.
Should be. Yeah, it's a very bottom.
Is it spellcraft?
Spellcraft, you mean?
Yeah, it's changed to magical arts since then.
Okay. 21.
So
That's it, boys. That's all I got.
that was actually a really good roll.
19 plus 2.
You don't know how to remove them, I would say. You've heard of
Expunge! That's never mind.
you've heard of curses before, and stuff like expunge wouldn't work on like that level of a curse.
Guys, I'm sorry. All the spells I own, they don't do anything.
More powerful rituals and stuff could potentially get rid of it, but with a 21, I would say that you would get the sense that this creature, whatever it is, seems to have. It must have more of a powerful hold than like an average. Like it's not just like a normal like curse that could be removed by most like well trained like curse breaker mages. This one's probably going to be something a little bit more difficult to remove it because it's got quite a tether, especially since it's tethered to his heart.
That's a no for Oathbreaker.
So potentially Oathbreaker, since you floated that idea out, he is a primordial, but you'd have to ask him.
Well, he offered to remove the one
On-
attached
on-
to Mia and Ellie.
That was
Didn't he make that oath though?
yeah, he made that oath between you.
Right.
So that's within his power to break. It's kind of like a similar type thing, and he removed your the tracking.
Mhm.
But this is, the tracking is something of mortals, and the oath was something he created, so it's easy enough for him to unbind. This is not of his creation, and is probably on the level of his power. But it's a potential.
Wow, I didn't pay attention to any of that.
Basically, Oathbreaker could potentially do it, but he's also he's not specifically trained in breaking curses. He's a warrior. He's like a frontline soldier in general, or like not general, but like a frontline soldier and like lieutenant, basically.
He's kind of weak.
I mean, he's worth giving a call to.
He might have
shot.
some insight.
Anything else, Oldoran, that came up?
I think I'm all cleaned out.
Wait, that Thai food will do it to you.
Yeah, just really gets deep in there.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh. No.
So
Not
we
what I
should.
meant.
You started this.
I'll end it. Well, I was gonna say,
Is this
as I
Was-
get interrupted.
so? This figure, this creature, whatever that was, made these deals with all of you. Is that correct? Did all of you have same dealings to bring me back?
I think we're all
Well-
offered stuff.
Right,
I think we talked about that a little bit.
right.
I think all of us are pretty good people and said no.
So if
What a backwards way to put in that one.
I look at Oldoran.
I'm
All
weak.
green and diseased.
Listen, Riker just wanted to push the red button, so he did.
I did. I was like, I'm gonna take these fucking deals. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I was offered information on my mother and my brother, but I still declined.
right,
I was
As
offered.
tempting as it was.
Yeah, I was offered very tempting things as well, but anybody who can grant those things, I don't think I want to deal with.
I mean, yeah, one look at him and you're like, he's up to no good. There's no reason to accept this shit.
I agree.
It's a thing with like Leonard Kenny where I've just like like stopped playing catch with Eldoran.
You just
I put my
throw
back
the
to
ball
Eldoran.
So this entity should be somebody we're worried about.
Did we get a name for him?
Ghost, roll a.
Dark
You can
Lord.
choose either a knowledge or perception check, just a straight knowledge or perception.
Okay.
I think his name was like Dark Lord, Killer of All Good.
Probably.
But
Big
Eldoran
bad evil
still-
guy.
With bonuses, that'd be a 15.
Okay. This is up to you to relay or not if you want, but I don't know if you want reminding, but you do know the connection of the figure. in those visions to someone that you have met in person?
I think I know, but remind me just in case.
Matthias Conyer.
Matthias Conyer. Okay.
Because you've had dreams about the green gem that's pulsing, and the night you've killed him and him not dying, but this green flash in his eyes.
Okay. Yeah, so it does have ties to Matthias Konya. I do know that much. Quite frankly, I've had some not so pleasant dreams with him being involved in them, and then so yeah.
Matthias,
How?
wasn't he the guy Jemin was asking about the most?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, he talked with you about him as well.
If I
Yes.
remember correctly, yes.
Mhm.
And if he has the power on the same level as primordials, we know that primordials were made as guardians to the gods, or made somewhat in their image. Could that be the same with the gods with ill intent? Or the demon kid, perhaps? If they have gods of their own?
Stands to reason.
That's scary.
I'll just give, because this happened a while ago, and especially just time in our lives that it's passed. Matthias's body at the festival, or at the party that you guys were at, it was dead. It was very dead.
What? The cougar that chased me all around the fucking
No.
No.
The Conyer
Okay.
Lord Matthias, who we're talking about, Ghost killed him. The three NPCs he killed, he
Right.
killed him. And Ghost, you confirmed that body, it was dead.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I can roll 4 natural 20s in a row.
Yeah. I remember like the vision I had was me trying to like kill him again, basically.
you were going through the events of that night, and you had your knife in his neck, and he just like did not seem to care.
Yeah.
That's Matthias.
That's Matthias. And Jemin was asking about him, said that he came out of nowhere and he hasn't been able to find any connections. He had great documentation, but he had no way of tracking back to where he actually came from and what branch of the Conyer family he was actually a part of. He had been tracking him.
So he might not actually be a true Conyer.
Quite possibly. We're learning more and more about these primordial figures, these
You guys are
undying.
pirates. I got a parrot.
That unplugs computer monitors.
Well, alright. I'm sure, Eldorn, you're probably sick of talking.
We should all probably go get some sleep for now.
No, I think since we're going to be traveling together for a while, I think it's better that we come full forth with who we are, what's happened to us in the past. We got to be all on the same level. Like, we got to trust each other if we're going to be traveling together. Would you stop?
Sharing circle.
Ellie, you can take a break from this one. We'll get you next time.
Really, next door?
Yeah, she's next door.
She's passed out, man.
Oh shit, we left her on the dock.
No, she's the anchor.
She's
Yeah. She had too many cookies and is just, sleeping off all that sugar.
I mean, she did.
Sugar crash.
She did just realize that her dad's body is not where she thought it was, so she probably needs some time by herself.
Excuse the fuck you. Please stop hitting me with your tail.
Ellie's
Okay,
also a
alright.
pretty open book, so I think she has said everything that would need to be said.
Where the fuck are you going?
Honestly, I'm very interested to see on how she reacts to life outside of Houghton, with no one dead.
Look at this cute
It
face.
is different.
Look at this cute face.
She
Little
has
less
been
bleak.
outside of Houghton.
No, she has not. She's never been outside.
Has not.
She's never been outside of Houghton before.
I thought the Emerald Resistance was an in-Houghton.
It's in Houghton. It's in the
Oh.
northern part of Houghton.
Weird.
From what she shared with you guys, you know she was relatively sheltered, and
Yep.
she has not been out of the country.
That'll be interesting. So, Roy, do you want to continue tonight
distracted by
or
my
later?
parrot.
You
Yeah,
want to talk about this
we should-
tonight?
We should just do this tonight. And we can get Ellie caught up later.
Okay.
Ghost, what did they ask you? I
What?
looked at Eldorn. You see how I did that?
Yeah, that was well
Reflected
done.
conversation.
Who asked me?
That's
what?
how you do that.
That's how you do it.
Wow. God, masterfully done.
Did you have to reveal something as well about yourself?
I have to reveal something about myself.
To Jen.
Well, when Mr. Gnome Shorty Pants asked us questions, Mr. Gemini,
Yeah.
I think his father was Will Smith.
Yeah, I believe I just told him about the servants of Sasseroth and to be aware of them. So.
No.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm just an open book. You know. So.
Really?
Same.
Eldor's just gonna look at him.
I'm gonna incite that since Eldorn looked at him weird. I'm gonna incite that whole situation.
I don't
Sense
even
intent.
have
Ah,
to.
fuck. Never mind. 3. Did you roll worse than a 3?
Oh. Yeah.
He never rolls less than a 3.
Roll a D4.
Then you might have a chance.
I rolled a 9. So.
That's not including bonuses.
Correct.
fuck-
Not
yeah, fuck
including
you.
bonuses.
I wasn't including mine either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, what you got for bonuses over there?
A 3.
Ah,
Plus 0.
Oh, okay.
I'm not very skillful at anything, if you've noticed.
Well, if we're all coming out with the stuff that we revealed, Leon, I told you before that my last name was not the one wasn't what I originally had.
Mhm.
My last name is Riverbloom. It's a last name I don't care for. Died with my parents. Not going to use it again.
So you do know how to say a different name.
I'm just going to look at her. How about you, Aralea? Or
Sarah. Let me get to the
Yeah.
page.
I don't think it's a big secret that Aralea is not my name. Not my real name. Anyway. I think everybody knows that. How DM question.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yes.
do I look?
Oh.
Fucking
Oh yeah. No, your disguise is gone at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Between the
so-
water, the prison, everything like that, yeah, it's gone.
So like you can start to see my real hair color.
Yep.
Which is like a bright red. And I don't actually have a scar. The burn scar is completely fake.
Hold my tongue. Low hanging
What?
fruit.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all.
Eldoran, anything else?
no. That's actually it.
Okay. Then Roy.
Insight check.
Okay, roll an insight check. Eldoran, roll a.
I'm not trying to deceive.
Insight check.
What did you roll,
Okay.
Roy?
I don't wanna
Sense
talk
intent?
about- 10.
10?
Didn't you make these rules? Can't you use the right wording?
I can't. It's been a while.
Actually, technically speaking, I made the skill rules, so.
Very true.
He helped with making the abilities for him.
I don't use them.
So, Eldoran, just roll d20 and add in your speech.
Okay.
Apparently, you're lying without knowing it.
5.
With your speech bonus?
0.
Okay. Technically speaking, there is something about your past you have not revealed. I do not want to reveal it for you.
Oh, I meant more so about like what he had to talk about.
Oh, yeah, he's talked about everything he has to talk about then.
Yeah.
I trust you completely, good sir.
But I'm not lying.
I mean, you actually saw through him, so you know he's telling you everything that went down.
Okay.
Everything about the deals, everything about that, so.
And Roy, how can we help you?
God, I think it's just time for bed.
Uh-huh.
So I was forced to reveal that my mother and my brother are both dead in an assassination attempt against my father, who is the head of the not Night's Watch. Different show.
Close.
The Neighborhood Watch.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
It has been covered up, and no one is supposed to know about it.
Do you have any leads?
No, not particularly. I blame myself, but because I couldn't heal. I couldn't heal them when we got back to the house.
I hate to sound insensitive, but why were their deaths covered up?
It's meant to not make the family look weak, or the Neighborhood Watch.
Politics are weird. I've never understood them fully.
There's
So,
nothing weak about death.
uh,
I will say that.
in my father's eyes, there are. So, fortunately, we do not really know who did it, but
Do you want to?
I mean, of course, but it's been 2 years now, so it's not looking good.
If you knew, what would you do?
I guess I would kill them myself if I could. Which goes into why I'm so fucking bad at the spear. Because I was being trained to be a surgeon with my mother, who was part of the church, who was a surgeon for the church. And after my brother's death, I had to pick up the spear. To carry on in his name.
I think he'd be proud.
I would hope so.
No matter how much shit we've gone through, how much shit we've gotten for it, We have done good. Even though most people don't really know it.
They blame us for wanton murder, yes.
Remind me of the good.
We've stolen
Well-
Speak
things.
for yourself, dude.
Well, because of your actions, I am still alive.
Still regretting it.
About the
Okay.
only good
Yep,
thing I've
that's-
ever done.
Yep, keep digging a hole.
You're digging yourself a hole.
Sure. Go back and die in. Okay. The forest that is starting to come back thanks to your efforts. I can't really say I did much during that. We
You
helped.
were a corpse.
Exactly.
At least we didn't drop you on the way there. I guess that's a good thing.
Eldorn. Don't check the
Holy
back
fuck,
of
we
your head.
did.
What? Oh,
There's a crater.
Just like a little bump that you've never really noticed before. Little indent.
Listen, you were a bait for the ghosts.
we helped Twiddlewink. We have a good friend. It's not always the big things that matter. It's what you can do with the little moments. That's how I get by. Have gotten by. So we'll work through everything little by little and go from there. Because we have a big quest ahead of us. Right, Leon?
We do, yes.
Leonard.
About that, actually, since we're on our way, couple things. First of all, Lambrick Foundation are not going to be very happy to see me. So I thought I might as well just
Who is?
get that out of the way.
Who
Tell
is
us
happy to see you?
more.
So
Honestly. You're
So
this
ugly.
mission I'm
You
on
suck.
is. Are you done, Roy? Are you done?
Sorry.
You might have one more.
Self-expression.
Okay.
Go on.
Um.
Fucking
so-
lazy eye.
Maybe add one more.
It comes in threes.
I'm just giving a minute. Just make sure you're.
How tall are you?
Okay, so my mission that I'm on is not exactly sanctioned per se. I was told not to do this, but I have a thing for authority, as in I do whatever the hell I want.
You don't fucking say.
So,
I like how Eldoran curses and Leon doesn't.
so
Get struck by lightning.
we're going back now. Here's the second part to this
Oh, there's more.
this fun thing that we're entering here. I believe
You
that
like men.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just
I obviously we're going after someone that I love very much.
what's his name?
Her name is Sophitia, and like Nicholas said, there's nothing wrong with a man liking another man or a woman liking another woman. So,
All right,
anyways,
we're after Stefan.
I believe that there is a mole in the Lamric Foundation that is actually working for the servants of Sassaroth.
And it's you.
The reason I went after the Ring of the Truth Seeker is actually to make a trade for Sophitia's life, which I found this letter at home at the Lamric Foundation, which the only way you can get in there is being a member of the Lamric Foundation. So we're going to have to tread lightly. And honestly, I can't really say what's going to happen to me once we get there. So hopefully, regardless of what happens, you all can help me in saving Sophia regardless of what awaits.
Well, as long as you one-hit kill the 3 specific guys coming after you, you'll be fine.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I
But-
know. That's why I said it.
But one thing I will say, if anything does happen to me, the one person you can trust there is Diana. So she is the one that has helped me the most, but I feel like that help is running thin for me, unfortunately.
And
Is
you know,
she another member of the Foundation?
She is, yes. She is the one that trained me.
and you know for sure that she's not the mole.
I do, yes.
How do we know you're not the mole?
If he was, why would he go to save her?
I have to ask, Roy, do you think before you speak sometimes?
Nope, comes to me and it just comes out.
That sounds about right.
Kind of lightens the mood.
Sometimes.
Do you
So
want to throw Reese over the board, or
as much as I don't like Reese, I do believe he could be quite useful on this venture. We're gonna need all the help we can get with this, especially if I'm right in my assumptions that the mole's from the Lamerick Foundation, because the Lamerick Foundation, you do not want to mess with any of its members. They are quite
All
formidable.
Foundations are like that,
Mm-hmm.
it would seem. And we go and do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I figured I might as well get that out of the way and let you all know what we're headed into. So, if you have
I
any,
do appreciate the heads up.
absolutely.
It is good to know.
If you guys have any further questions, please ask away. I'm more than happy to answer.
If I do, I will let you know tomorrow, because I am tired.
Okay.
Let's get some sleep for now.
Okay, so everyone heads
Don't
off to
be in the
bed.
room. Yep.
All right.
Anyone stealing anyone to the side before you guys go to bed? Or everyone just going to bed?
grab
Go to bed.
or I grabbed
Go in the bed.
Ghost.
Okay.
You can't trust Nicholas. He's a murderer. He's a killer. Don't trust him. Keep your eye on him.
Hot
And I go to bed.
meat kettle.
So,
Okay.
we are going to begin some traveling stuff now that we're moving on. So, this will encompass several days of time. I'm not going to like play out every single day.
Do it. You won't.
I will.
Okay.
No, I won't. I will not do every single day. So, if anyone has anything they want to talk to with people in private or NPCs or anything like that, we can do that. Or anything you just want to do while on the ship.
Yes.
I'll just. Okay, you want to go first, Ghost?
Same
Uh,
as this.
I'm actually going to talk to Reese.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
So, you find, we'll say, second day, you find Reese sitting on the deck. He's kind of sitting at the front of the ship, and just like seated, and he's got that big ruby sitting in front of him, that message gem that he talked about. I don't know if he talked about with you guys. He talked about with the other group. And there's like a booklet sitting to the side of him, and he's just like sitting there like this, and just like tapping the gem.
I will
And
say this right before. I would have
Okay.
gone to his room a couple times to like heal him and like
okay,
do.
I mean he's
stuff.
definitely after a night's sleep, and with that too, then yeah, he's feeling really really good. He's looking a lot better.
Okay.
You when you come up, there is like this voice that comes out of the gemstone as he like taps it.
What's all that about?
Oh, well, he picks it up. I stole this because you guys wouldn't do it for me. But I don't know. Can you understand this? And he taps it again.
I guess I'll take a look at it.
It starts speaking out loud. It is like
Okay.
vocal.
Okay.
Push him overboard.
Do I understand what it's saying, or?
The way that the first couple lines sound is like Varish Vasil Du. And it just kind of keeps going like that in a language that you have never heard before.
Okay.
Make a culture check for me.
A culture check.
This is basically seeing if you can take apart pieces of the root language and understand some of it, or like
I have
at
no
least
culture, but I rolled a 13.
you have no fucking clue.
Fair enough. I'm sorry, I can't really help with that. I have no idea.
He sets it back down on the deck. That is okay. I figured no one else would be able to understand it.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Well, I'm taking it back to Agatha to hopefully examine because I really want to know. I think it might lead to another god shrine, and I'm really hoping to find my fourth.
Huh. Well, there you go. How are you holding up, by the way?
He like cracks his neck a little bit. Much better now. Your friend, Roy.
Fuck off!
He helped me out a little bit, so I feel pretty good. Did take quite the beating, but I've been there a time or two.
Yeah, you and me both. So, I guess what exactly is awaiting you on your journey, other than taking that to Agatha?
I don't know. I was planning on getting my next assignment from her, wherever she deems fate needs to send me, and following the winds there.
I gotcha. Yeah. I did want to talk to you. You seem like you love a good fight.
Ooh, I do love a good fight.
So I'm actually gathering as many people as I can right now. And the group I'm traveling with is very kind in helping me with this venture. But do you know anything about a group called the Servants of Sassaroth?
Yes, I do. So, you guys are going to fight one of the little demon cults. Ooh, that could be fun. Are they going to summon any? Because that would be really interesting, and I could go for a fight like that.
Well, it's quite possible. They are actually after the Ring of the Truth Seeker.
He like looks down to your finger. Don't worry, I won't take it from you. You earned that fair and square. That's not mine to take. But if you ever hear about Kita's shrine, just let me know.
I can do that if you're willing to help us.
I mean, assuming that Agatha approves it and I'm not needed elsewhere in the world, then I'm more than happy as long as I get a good fight in.
Perfect. Well, I wanted to check in and see how you're doing and seeing if you would be willing to help us. Because unfortunately, they are holding someone very dear to me. So
Ooh, a rescue mission.
it is indeed, yes.
So, since it's a demon cult, I could be serious for once. This would be fun.
You wouldn't have to hold back.
This is good. Well, assuming everything works out, then yeah, I'm more than willing to help you.
Perfect. If Agatha needs any convincing, I'm also more than happy to speak with her as well. So
Fair enough. I mean, she is rather interested in you all, so it's not often that 6 people of interest all happen to be in the same spot at the same time.
Well, I mean, if you are willing to bring us along when you meet with her, then I'm sure we would all be happy to.
She's very excited to meet with you, and to meet with one of you again.
All right. Well, sounds like it's decided on meeting up with her then. So I look forward to it, and hopefully you can accompany us on our journey.
I hope so.
Oh, look at you making friends.
By the way, like deep inside, Ghost hates having this conversation because he, like,
I'm
deep
sure.
down, cannot stand Reese, but he knows he needs the help. So,
Being polite to a person you don't want to be. This is great. All right. Roy, did you have something you wanted to do?
I'm gonna talk to Ellie.
Okay. Aralea, anything you want to do?
Fuck!
Um,
Talk to Eldoran later.
Right, am I going?
Sure.
Okay. I wanted to explore around the ship.
Okay, sure. So this ship, I would say, has 2 masts, like a main mast in the center and one towards the front. It's not super large. It's got basically the main deck goes up, the captain's quarters under where the wheel would be, and crow's nests. Tops of ships are basically all look the same. There are, because gunpowder doesn't exist, there are no cannons. So you do see quite a few crossbows and bows and stuff like that, as well as like everyone has like some kind of weaponry on them for in case of boarding or getting into a fight.
Yeah, but how much gold is on the ship, and are there any
Well,
treasure chests? And
Well,
how much
since-
can she steal?
Well,
Since-
no. I'm looking specifically for secrets on the ship.
Okay,
Ooh.
secrets on the ship.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a examination check for me. This will just be you exploring the ship, basically, if you're looking specifically for secrets.
But she's also at disadvantage because she's jingling and jangling everywhere.
No.
Stop it.
I mean, 600 gold is gonna weigh her down a little bit.
I don't have 600 gold.
All right, 800 gold is gonna weigh her down a little bit.
No. I rolled a 19
19 with your bonuses?
with my bonuses.
So you cannot get into the captain's quarters because Akio has that blocked off. Without being extremely obvious, since it's very much in like a very open area.
Right.
On the middle deck, which is where like the crew sleeps, you guys have your cabins. There's a couple extra cabins. Stored in the back, there's like 5 cabins, and the back one has all just like, it is stacked full, like to the, like where you can you can open the door like this much basically. Like it is basically, they pulled everything out of these other cabins and just shoved it in there to give space for all of you guys, and as well as with Reese and Morgaine. The lower deck is basically just storage for the crew, for like supplies and stuff like that, and trading. Most of the materials that they are bringing with them, that is in like the hold, because they've ended up reducing what they're trading since they have passengers. You see mostly ores and gemstones. So it's which makes sense because from what you've seen of Houghton, there are a lot of like mines and refineries and stuff like that. So there's like refined metal as well as just like raw metal and gemstones and different pieces like that. Are you willing to investigate the cabins?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, I need you to roll a stealth check for me then.
Okay.
At negative fate because of the jingle.
No, I'm not jingling. Stop it.
At least you used the right term this time.
Jangling.
No.
It's
So.
you said stealth.
Uh-huh.
Mod 20.
Okay.
That's fancy wording.
For
Thank
some
you.
encounters.
I'm talking to Eldor and I'm like, I just have a feeling that someone's getting in trouble. Around
There's
the
an
ship.
So,
air of fuckery today.
you kind of wait for the like a moment when you know everyone's kind of up on deck, so you know that all your friends are kind of scattered across the ship, and Reese and Morgaine are up on the upper deck. You've seen Reese a lot in the front, and Morgaine has been closer to where the wheel is. You haven't really investigated what she's doing. So you go into Reese's room first. His staff is in there, as well as actually most of his he has like a small bag in there as well, and you kind of like peer through it, just looking to see if you can find anything. It's like you do find gold. There is like a decent amount of gold in there, enough to like for traveling. You do find potions and stuff like that. But it's pretty bare. Like it's mostly just adventuring supplies, like a bedroll, like a cloak is stuffed in there, a few like packs of food, but it's pretty austere for someone who has as many magical items on him as Reese does. Like you'd think Reese has like tons of money, but he does not. You can investigate the staff if you would like.
Fiona's bed.
No.
Oh. No, I tried.
No,
You would like it.
I don't want to mess with the staff.
Okay.
Fiona's hat.
Stop.
He does-
He's
his-
wearing his hat.
No, his hat is, you guys would all know this now,
yeah,
which I told you the last time. He does not have the hat on at all anymore.
Well,
It
that's
is
right.
on Morgaine
Uh-huh.
because it's her hat, not his.
That's right.
He stole it. So you do not want to investigate the staff.
No.
You do know it's magical, but that's all you basically know. Okay, so Morgaine's room is next.
Mhm.
Going through her stuff,
Morgaine.
you do find you don't find her stuff that she wears on her. So her hat and her cards are on her, so you can't investigate those any further. But you do find her bag of stuff. She has a ton of potions. She has a pretty good chunk of gold too. Most of her supplies, though, unlike Reese, who has all these like adventuring, like into the wilderness type stuff for camping and stuff, she has changes of clothes, ranging anywhere from very simple to very elegant, like very neatly folded and stuffed in her bag. She has makeup kits, anything that you could ever want to disguise yourself with, she has on her. I'm trying to think of what else that she would have on her.
And this is like the first 2 hours of the boat travel, right?
This is like within the first couple days, yeah. Most of that is that kind of stuff. Is just like the stuff that would be good for fitting into any cultural situation that she could find herself in. You have not seen her power, so I will not talk too much more on that. But as you kind of put the stuff back, and you basically put it back exactly how you found it, because you've done this a time or two before, you close the bag, the door creaks and starts to open, and you see holding what looks like a playing card and like waving it. Oh, sorry, one more thing you do find in her bag is a bunch of paints, like sealed paints, like a ton of them, of every color you can possibly imagine.
Okay.
You watch as
Ultraviolet.
she's like drying this card, and she looks at you. What are you doing in my room, darling?
Ugh.
I was looking for Reese. I didn't see him in his room and was checking to see if he was in here.
Make a deception check for me.
Yeah, we heard some banging going on the other night.
Uh-oh.
He said deception.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was that every time it happened, you would just hear Reese go, ow, 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 ow.
Ow, oh yeah, ow, oh yeah, ow, oh yeah.
You have not heard anything from that at all.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna pretend that I have.
You gotta have fanfic sometime.
Yeah.
So, what'd you roll?
It is another mod 20. I rolled an 18 plus 2.
Oh, really? You rolled an 18. Well, I rolled a 17.
Oh, fuck.
Plus 7.
Oh,
Why are these fuckos here? They're so much stronger than us.
Sense and 10 is actually one of her better skills. So,
great.
you were
Well,
looking
is the-
for Reese, were you? Interesting. She like looks over at her bag because you're standing right next to it.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you needed money or a healing potion, I would have given you one for free.
I'm not looking for money or a healing potion.
Do you have a question for me then? Or are you trying to get a sense of who we are outside of what you've seen?
Killer dead.
Yeah, I want to know more about who you guys are, why you're here with a group of, I don't even know.
All you had to do was ask. I would have told you.
My skill set does not lie in asking for people, asking people for what I want to know.
That's not surprising to me.
How much
She
room
she
is in the
looks at
corner?
this card, and you watch as a small, like, purplish rift, like about this long, and just like this hole in space opens up, and she puts
Oh,
the
it's a
card
dick.
inside of it, and she pulls out a different one. You watch as her hand like disappears, like it doesn't like it like basically like disappears from this, and then she pulls back out a different card and a brush quick, and she just like takes like there's like a black paint set she has, and she just dabs like a bit and just dabs the corner of it and puts it all back into the space, and it shuts.
How much lubricant was in that space?
You cannot see into the space.
Not there.
I was simply following Reese, who stole my hat. But I came to find out that he did it as a unofficial way of making sure that I would tag along to find the 6 of you on the request of Agatha.
So you also know who this Agatha is.
Yes, we've worked with her for quite some time now. Her and many of the other allied primordials and other chosen that have been brought together in a remnant form of the Second Covenant.
What's that?
You do not recognize that name.
Right, I'm asking her what's
Oh, you're
that?
asking her.
Yeah.
A allied group of the gods that have worked together since the time of the war between the covenants and the breaking. We are the ones that operate here on Veshtir. Well, the ones of us that are connected at the moment. I believe you've met at least one or two different allied primordials.
Oathbreaker and the Fortune Teller.
Correct. They
Fuck, you know that.
they are with us. The primordials tend to operate a little bit more freely than we do, as they are needed elsewhere, sometimes on different worlds besides here. Us chosen, we tend to try to work as what we're best at. And we're sent to, Agatha sends us around to where fate deems we should be.
And she sent you here with this group of fuckos.
Yes, she's sent us here looking for you.
Excuse
All of
the
you.
fuck you.
What do you have a better word for what we are?
It seems that
Heroes.
It seems that the threads of fate have intertwined your 6 paths together, which is odd. Usually fate operates in a way of balance, and if it's dragging together individuals of potential power, then something equally dangerous must be on the horizon.
We're not very dangerous. Or are we fighting a litter of kittens?
Probably. They have pretty sharp claws.
Fuck.
They would one-shot Eldoran.
He's right.
I have
They
less
would
health
one
HP
shot
than him.
you. You're allergic.
Can't confirm about the kitten fucking you up. It's a real thing. It happens.
So, are you a god's champion as well, or is that
She
Nice thing.
flips you a coin. Do you catch
He?
it?
yeah?
Say he?
I said she flips you a
Okay.
coin.
Okay, sure.
You look, you've seen a coin similar to this before. Both sides are heads.
Okay, so yeah. So this god has 2 champions.
Most gods have many champions, sometimes one per world, sometimes multiple per worlds. Yadal is dual-sided. 2 sides of the same coin. Reese and I have different skill sets, and so we operate in different functions for him.
So that's how you know Reese.
I've known Reese for quite some time, but yes, we were banded together, destined to meet, because we both became champions about the same time. Circumstance happened to drive us into the same location where we met. Any more questions?
Not right now.
Are you gonna awkwardly make your way out of the room?
Yep, just gonna shuffle out. Well,
So, as you shuffle out, and walk past her, please do not look through my stuff again.
I mean, I don't have to. I've already seen what I need to see.
Okay, and you
Result.
leave.
Lube
You got
dildos.
goaded into that too. He was like,
I-
do you want to search the rooms?"
Well, to be fair, I actually rolled for her. Reese didn't care. Reese could have known you were looking through his stuff, and he didn't care, so I didn't even roll for him. You rolled a 19 for stealth. I think she rolled a 23 for
I rolled a 20 for stealth.
Oh, yeah. She rolled a 23 for examination. She's got quite a few skill bonuses. She's not much of a fighter, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to... Roy, do you want to talk to Eldoran, then?
I.
Hi.
Get
Is
out
that
of here.
Is that a
Is
pipe
that a yes?
bomb you have there?
Why, yes.
Can you set it off and kill all of us, please?
Oh my god.
No
Bryce has a death
gunpowder.
wish. Can't confirm.
Cool.
No, I do have artisanal dead person cheese if you would like to partake.
What
What?
the fuck did you just say to me? No,
Nothing.
what?
I've got
Said he
cheese.
has some artisanal dead person cheese.
Ghost, keep talking to fucking Reese. Get away from me.
Get away from me.
God. Like a weirdo.
I've got dead people cheese.
I'll have to... Is it made from dead people?
No, we found it in an entire dungeon filled with dead people.
And they had cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that freezer box you found with the wine and the cheese in it in the
No,
corpse
'cause
room?
I didn't go in that fucking room.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Fuck that room.
so out of context, this absolutely would make
I have
no
no
sense
idea
to
what
you.
you're talking about.
Oh no, I took the cheese from the dead people.
I'll show you some cheese.
Ew.
I don't know what that
Wow.
means.
So I wanted to ask you. So obviously we're kind of a part of this group now. And
Kind of.
kind of. I mean, like, most of them suck. I get it. Like, especially Ghost. Ugh.
You suck.
Why is everyone laughing around me? Eldorn, come over here. There's too many people around. Apparently.
We'll just get in the corner.
Yeah. What are your goals for the group? Like, what do you want to do? Like, why are you out and about?
I am out because when I had my unfortunate run-in with Caleb Biscond, we'll say,
I'm not gonna spell that.
huh?
No, nothing. Keep going. Colin.
Just phonetically spell it. It'll work.
Colin.
Yes. Colette. I had heard a voice saying, "My child, now your story begins," when I was recovering in a temple of Shvar. And so now I am traveling out in the world, trying to see what exactly that means. I've mentioned it before, but I have a family that I would like to see again. So that is my end goal, if that's what you're asking. But why I'm
see
with
them now?
because I haven't found what Shavara wants for me yet. And well, I don't feel the time is right that I can go back and visit my family yet. My children, I wasn't the most present of fathers at the time, so
How old are you?
I'm 104 years old.
Jesus. Fuck, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
104.
He's an elf.
Balding elf.
He's not balding.
Eldoran isn't.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Breaking all the walls.
Why do you think I wear this hat, Marcus?
Wow, just calling them out on video that is going on YouTube.
I thought
You are such a dick.
I thought you were cold, Eldoran.
No, I keep myself perfectly warm.
Oh. So after we save Leonard's wannabe wife or whatever,
Beat
like, would you
Leon.
want to Leonard?
Okay, Leonard.
Thank you.
I'm rolling with it.
Thank you. Would you then want to go find your family or find out what Shavara wants from you?
I'm under the impression, with how my admittedly limited amount of interaction with gods go, they're a little less direct than one would really hope for. So I'm basically waiting for a sign at this point in time.
Sounds pretty dumb. To be honest with
It's
you.
not ideal, considering I used to literally hunt down people that ran slave trades and punish them for their wicked deeds. Sitting and waiting on my hands isn't exactly something I'm used to.
How old are is your kid?
Kids. This is
Fucking
why I
getting
was a
it in
bad
there,
father.
huh?
Oh my god, I'm a horrible
I don't
father.
think we
oh my
specified
god,
how old they were,
I
but
don't have their
I would-
ages down.
I would say
I'm just
that
trying to get your timeline correct.
the
sir.
son's older, right?
The daughter was older.
The daughter's older, so she probably would be like, they're elves too, right?
Yes.
So they probably would be. She would probably be, since you've been gone for about 6 months now, a little over 6 months. She's probably close to 14, 15, and he's probably like, I would say 10 or 11. Like, they're still pretty young.
Yeah, they're very young. I
When
knew
was the
they were
last time you saw your kids?
young. 6 months ago.
Actually, probably closer to 9 months now, because you had to travel.
Oh yeah, we've been traveling. Yeah.
Because you had to travel before that.
Yeah, to make it to Houghton. So yeah.
Well, you had to travel before that to make it to Everglon.
Everglon.
Then to travel, the 6 month travel was to Houghton. So yeah, you've probably been gone for anywhere from 7 to 9 months now.
Well, better than my father. God, look at this Nicholas guy. What the fuck is he doing? Look at him prancing around on deck. What do you think of the rest of our party?
We're an eclectic group of
Yeah, but like you had
Mashing
to
and-
rank them from like
Whatever.
your favorite to least favorite.
I don't want to answer that question.
I mean, it's just you and me. It's just us
Uh-huh.
around.
It's you. You're my favorite.
That's what I fucking thought.
Oh, I absolutely
Whoa.
do not tell that to everyone in the group.
Insight check.
Roll a sense intent check.
That's intent, you douche.
18.
11.
Yes.
I'm lying.
Fuck you. Are we traveling closer to your destination? Little ED?
We are.
My family's in Brathlin.
They're in
and-
Kalai, correct?
Yeah.
So you actually
Fucking
will
liar.
be, I would say,
Kalai is
relatively close to Kalai. It would take you probably, it's north of Bailu City, but quite a ways north. But it's not like unreasonable. You're gonna be much closer than you were in Houghton.
Yeah, so we'll be close.
Sorry, I'm reading my notes on you.
Just pulling out a fucking book.
So it says here that you're 104?
Yes.
Ooh, fucking boomer.
Rude.
Rude. Have you talked to Aralea about her being an elf? And
We've had a chat.
About
I had-
being an elf.
I know you're an elf. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was there
It was
For
revealed to
when
everyone
Reese-
that you're an elf.
when Reese said that
Yes.
you were an elf.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't
We
think
had had a
Eldoran
conversation.
and I have talked about being elves though.
Yeah, right outside the right before we went into the cavern. And
Yeah, where I
fought,
found
like,
the dead people cheese.
Yeah, the dead people cheese.
That was
and
the
three-
only important
Oh.
thing we found in there.
That's
Right.
very true.
Right. Love the dead people.
Yeah, totally forgot about the dagger and the child that was in the gemstone. Totally.
Which,
Totally
Eldoran's-
separate.
which you have neither of anymore.
Yeah. So we still have the cheese.
When Eldoran's not looking, I throw my cheese overboard.
Okay. Just
Yeah, no, this is good. Oh.
Well, eat up. It's a long journey, and these ship rations aren't
Yeah.
ideal.
Yep, dead people cheese better.
Exactly.
So,
Well, God, what is this Nicholas character doing? Why is he prancing around deck?
So,
is he
Nick.
dancing?
Jeez.
Nick, what would you like to do?
Well, apparently I'm doing martial arts forms. On
Okay.
deck.
Describe. So your style of martial arts. What type? Like, how would you explain it? Like, is it more focused on like is it smooth? Is it more like aggressive and like raw force?
Hmm. I think he goes through the forms that was taught to him, which was a sense of Tai Chi, using energy of an attacker and trying to deflect it back to them. Nick has never fully been able to uh, use that to his advantage, never fully understood, especially after a long break of having somebody help train him. So it's a lot more forced than it should be. But it's more so of him going through the motions of it. Keeps him calm.
Reese will walk down to you while you're doing this. Care for a little, spar?
By all means.
Nick, heads up! I throw my spear at him.
Fast reflexes. Catch it.
I kill him.
Okay, nice. So, Reese does not go all out on you by any means. You're just kind of working way through like different forms and stuff like that with you. Rather than like a straight up spar, it's more of like kind of also helping you adjust your style, even though from what you've seen of him, his style is very much focused on palm strikes. But it does have an element of like raw power behind it, and like raw strength and power. But it is more of a dexterous type style.
Yeah.
But he does kind of move through like slow different forms with you, and I would say that he shows you a little bit of what his style is. Make a perception, make a sense intent check for me.
Okay. Nat 1.
Okay. So
Hello.
you do pick up.
Sounds about right.
He does help you adjust a few things more towards your, because he's seen you with your equipment and fight and stuff like that now. So he helps you kind of adjust a little bit towards kind of blending that style that was taught to you initially with more of like a fist fight style, like more aggressive style that I feel like you've probably adapted more recently.
Yeah.
And kind of helps you combine those and kind of find a blend between the two of them a little bit. Like it's not perfect, and I assume that you would be working on this throughout the journey with him, but
Totally.
he'll help you kind of adjust that. But it does, and he does actually. You end up mixing in just like the tiniest bit. He shows you a couple of like his, like forms from his style of fighting.
Okay.
But it is he tries to adjust it to fit yours, but it's very different than what you're used to.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all your help with this. It's been a long time since I've had somebody to work through this. It's been really weird.
I guess I'm happy to help, but I'm not much of a teacher. More of a training partner? Is that the right word? Never really been a good partner of anything.
A coach?
It's too teacher-esque.
I agree.
I'm happy that I could help.
Remind me, where did you train? Who did you train with again?
Oh, I gotta bring that up.
Uh-huh.
Asakura Rin was my master.
And how long has it been since you trained under her, and for how long?
Well, it's been over a decade now since I've seen her. I trained under her for 5 years.
Oh.
Learning I'm trying to see. The way of the open hand. My style has since changed. Significantly-ish.
So you've developed your own style based on what she's taught you.
Correct. It's more of a the open hand is focused on palm strikes, but it's more about disabling, disarming. It's not necessarily an aggressive form of fighting, and that doesn't fit what I have to do most of the time. It also didn't help, and he like lifts up his hand that's like wrapped in the purple bandages. This made it a necessity to change.
What happened with that exactly?
I stuck my arm in the Well of Storms.
Chucker.
So it's it's like a like well of lightning, and it was actually it hurt quite a bit, but best prize in that whole shrine. It also has the potential side effect to kill you, but I'm still here.
Well, you are the man of luck.
See, I knew that Phragon wouldn't be too mad that I took a power that's usually meant for his disciples and not for Yadal's. But, he probably doesn't mind that much.
You ever think a champion of his will ever come by to try to take that back?
Well, Phragon is interesting because he's not really allied with either side. So, probably not.
Do all gods have champions?
Yes. I mean, everyone. Why wouldn't they? People worship them.
So then he would have a champion.
Yeah, but, I mean, is a champion going to hunt me down to fight me in a duel to the death to make sure that my arm gets cut off? I mean, maybe, but probably not. That's just a lot of work. Not to mention, It's not like I took the entire Well of Storms. I only took a small portion of it.
Where was this location, this Well of Storms?
In Irifan to the south.
Okay.
It's I'd have to hold on. I gotta bring up the mountain area that it's in. I don't have that on Reese's sheet. That's on a different sheet.
Oh.
Doran, $10 on Reese winning this duel against Nicholas. By $10, I mean 10 gold.
I don't have 10 gold.
There we go.
Neither do I. I heard Aralea jangling the other day, so I mean she might have some.
The Sani Mountains is where it's located at. Near where the Moncolis Draco blood live.
Okay.
It's not easy to get to, though. Quite a few. You kind of got to work your way around the mountains in weird ways that isn't normal. But out of all of them that I've been to, that one probably would be the easiest to get to. I mean, sometimes they send the Moncolis send those they deem potentially worthy of Phragon's power to the shrine to see if they can survive the trip. Doesn't necessarily have to be a chosen to get the power.
Good to know. Reese, how often do you hear the words thank you?
Well, I normally don't like to work with people. So, He actually starts thinking back. No, she was really pissed when that happened.
Thanks for being a piece of shit.
There's one.
Well, let me at least say thank you for getting us out of there. I don't think we would be on this boat right now without you.
I gotta fight some people. So
Thanks for nothing, tit slap.
we'll call it even.
I apologize for Roy's behavior.
That's
Give
okay.
your balls a tug.
He's fun.
Uh,
But he's like, I don't know. The things he says, it makes me wonder. Because I come across...
What side he plays for?
No. I feel like I come across very abrasive as well sometimes. Not really meant to fit in with people very well, I've noticed. But, he says whatever comes to his mind too, and, he seems to fit in okay. So,
A lot of gun flapping going on. Why don't you guys just fucking fight?
this is after they've done with training and sparring.
No one's fucking dead yet, though.
I feel like he
Give
kind
your
of
balls
needs
a
to be...
tug.
I kind of feel like he needs a prank done on him.
Ooh, a prank. What are you
No.
thinking? Do I shove him off the ship?
That would be fun. Oh,
Before you even say anything,
I'll tell you
Hold
what
on.
happens. I hit you, you hit the deck. Ah!
he is going to, because he's got movement boosts, so he's gonna cast. Oh no, he doesn't have a staff on him, so he can't cast that. So he's just gonna run at you, Roy.
I hit you, you hit the floor, bud.
Can we use him for some fishing?
Go ahead and make a. This is as soon as you said that, as soon as he got your approval, he started dashing at Roy. So Roy, why don't you go ahead and make a acrobatics check to see if you can dodge Reese coming to tackle you.
Oh, I'm pretty good at these, yeah. Ooh, okay.
What'd you roll?
1.
11.
Oh, I rolled an 11 too, plus 3.
Ah.
So he tackles you, and you both. Foop. Bloop.
Give your balls. Ah!
The ship is still moving, by the way. It's not stopped, but it's lucky that you guys were at the front because
Man overboard.
you do manage, after some time, with Reese's help, to
Fuck
drag
that.
you
I'm
both.
teleporting back on the deck.
All right, you can teleport.
I
Roy-
teleport right next to Nicholas.
Okay. Are you using doorway?
Yeah.
Okay. So you use doorway. You're right next to Nick.
I shake
Oh.
myself off like a dog.
Well, Reese is gonna step through behind you.
That's fine.
Have a nice swim.
Is that's how you prank someone, right?
Yeah. Thunderclap.
Okay. What saving throw is that?
It's gonna be it's a dexterity.
Oh, good. Oh, he rolled real bad.
I rolled really well.
I rolled
20.
pretty decent. 16.
Reese is sent back off the ship. He rolled a 3 plus 6 for a 9. Phew. Bloop.
You know, because I've been meaning to talk to you.
Oh yeah, what about?
You also took damage.
Sure. I'll throw over a. Do they have something on a rope? I'll just
Yeah.
throw down a rope.
Yeah,
to it.
he'll be able to
He's
get back
fine.
up.
He can swim. So, after we help Ghost's boyfriend, what's your end goal? Like, what do you want to do?
Well, end goal. That is an excellent question.
You have 10 seconds before I fucking thunderclap again.
Well, end goal is different than what I'm going to be doing after we help Leon. Which one would you like to hear?
End goal. Why are you traveling? Why do you want to? Like, why do you want to be in the group or in a group?
Well, I didn't really want to be in a group. I just found my way in here.
Thunderclap you off this fucking boat.
I want to connect the world. So everybody across, at least our continent right now, there are so many divisions, so many problems between countries, between nations. I want to find people who don't care about that, who just want to do what they want, what they really love, and I want to help them accomplish those goals.
As Reese gets back to the doorway I made, I close it.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
he was going for the rope because he fell off the other side of the ship.
Oh, gotcha. All right, I'm gonna start pulling the rope up.
Okay. He is completely drenched, but he is like laughing.
God damn it! I already made it to the rope. Well, that seems like a noble goal. I push Reese back off the boat.
Yeah, he dodges that shit.
Uh-huh.
He just is like, he's like drenched, and he's just like, I think I'm gonna go dry off, and like waddles his way down the stairs, just completely soaked.
What else I got? and that's your end goal? That you just want the whole world to be connected in peace?
That's the goal I've had for a really long time. But no. Yeah, that's what I want.
Not to be a dream breaker or anything, but that's not gonna happen. The whole world is not.
Some would call it a childish dream. I've heard that a lot.
I think most people would, but
Yeah.
hey,
What about you, Roy?
good for you.
What do you want? What's your goal? How can I help?
Ugh.
Wow. You cringe at genuine affection.
Ugh. Honestly, I just like the group. I like being a part of something, and I like traveling with everyone who's here. Everyone's semi-interesting. Ghost is bringing down the group a little bit on the interesting factor, but I can deal with them.
Can I sense intent?
Sure.
I
17.
will. 17?
Yeah.
Darn. Okay. I got 11.
Yeah, you can kind of tell he's joking, but it's odd that he's pointing Ghost out in specific. You can't really tell if he's joking or being serious.
No, I know a few people who have had a lot of loss in their life, and they've also had the sought revenge. Their feelings of anger consume them. Hell, I've been one. You saw that earlier. Something I'm not proud of.
Sorry, I drank some seawater. Continue.
Do you not have a goal? Or are you not sure what you want to do right now?
Probably. I was sent off on a mission, but I was told by many people to not seek the Eye of Desla, so come up with my own fun, my own mission. Travel with this ragtag team of fuckos. And some hairy bitch of a guy overlooking us, named Gavin.
Who is that?
Oh, he's got he's 4 eyes. Can't figure out his mic situation.
Sounds scary.
Can't get 6 of us together at once.
Too
Listen.
real.
Listen, you motherfuckers, that's on your schedules. Just gonna note that down.
I don't like the dice rolling that's going on over there.
Not to break the fourth wall.
How many
you guys rolling?
Krakens on a D4?
So,
On a D12.
on a D4, I rolled a D100.
0.
Uh-huh.
I got my D20 that's been rolling.
So,
No!
anything
So
else?
no,
Stu,
I
you
guess
wanna
I
say?
don't have much of a goal at the moment. I'm gonna stick with the group, see what everybody wants to do. See if I want to do that.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Things will change. Worldviews change, opinions change, and what you think what you really want in the end will change. I mean, what do you want to be when you grew up?
An astronaut.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I wanted to be a surgeon. Like my mother was.
I knew somebody who she was the town's healer, doctor, nurse, whatever that would be called when it's just her over in Everglon.
A witch.
No, not quite.
Oh, okay.
She was
I'm listening.
you need cough medicine or something, dude?
I thought I muted.
No.
Apparently not.
You have never muted.
Well, fuck. A lot of salt water.
She was Colette's mother. She taught me how to read, how to write, and she was always a really good cook. So I get that motherly affection. Oops.
I don't have motherly affection.
Your mother never had
Wait,
much.
She did. I thought you were trying to reference me to your
No,
Colette's mom.
no, sorry.
A little confused.
Yep. I don't know where I'm going with this either. Sometimes I don't know how to speak.
Yeah. Thunderclap.
All right. So, does anyone
I'm serious. Thunderclap, get out of this conversation.
does anyone else have
I want to kill him.
someone or something they in particular want to do on the ship during downtime?
I'd probably ask the same question to Aralea and Ghost. Of like their end goal.
And goals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Save those because you'll get to those. I'm sure we'll have time other sessions too. Any other characters people want to talk to?
Aralea, who do you think's the hottest on board? Like, who's the sexiest?
None of you. None of you are really my type.
All right, I'll go hang myself.
I guess Ellie would be the closest thing that I would be into.
I'll go hang her then myself.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, you've never heard Morgane's description, have you?
No.
We have not technically.
She is human, female, late 20s. Wears like leather, like corset armor, basically, with like almost like a swashbuckler coat over it. She has a wide brimmed hat on that Reese was wearing, the black hat, and she wears like leather boots, basically that are like knee high, with long curly brown hair.
Pass.
I guess
Also-
I would. Go ahead.
Sorry, Dick. You would probably think it was weird that after Roy had said that his mother and father had been killed by
Brother,
an
you
assassin.
mean?
Mother and brother. Someone said
You said father. I thought you said father.
mother and brother was killed by an assassin. That he has no goals.
Right.
You
Okay.
would probably find that weird.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would go to Aralea next.
Okay.
Where are we going, Nicholas?
Well, I'm just gonna go chat with. Well, I'm gonna go grab something from Aralea.
All right, we'll see you later.
Go talk with Reese some more.
Fuck no. Hard no.
So I'm gonna go to Aralea.
Okay.
I mentioned this earlier when we were back in Houghton, but would you mind if I had the sash back for a little bit?
Give it to him.
Awesome. I'll go off on my own. Yeah.
Awesome. Fuck me, I guess.
I'm gonna go down into where the storage areas are.
Okay.
Somewhere a little bit more secluded.
How many bombs are down there?
Tons.
I
Because
am-
gunpowder, I definitely said gunpowder exists at like the beginning of this ship travel.
How many magic bombs are down there?
Anyway, Nick.
I am cannon fodder. Anyway. I'm gonna sit down and inspect the sash a little bit more.
Okay.
I know that there is a little magical essence to it.
Correct.
Do I get anything from focusing on it? Any thoughts on it?
While you meditate, go ahead and either make a sense intent or a magical arts check for me.
Definitely sense intent. Let's see. I will add my adaptability on that to
Okay.
make that a 15.
Okay. So you sit and meditate with the sash kind of in your lap, focusing your mind on it and spending time. You're not sure how much time passes, but you probably spend several hours meditating on this sash, like really trying to focus your mind and hone into it. You sense there is magical essence about it, but it feels almost suppressed. Like it's been almost like it's been locked away. You feel like this almost like this barrier around it.
Unplug my mic.
It likely has with only with a 15, you can't tell what powers it might contain if the barrier were broken. And as you kind of, I'll say this too with a 15, you sense that you're able to sort of, because you get the sense of the inner part very, very faintly, but your mind like tries to reach through the first barrier, and you get just like the faintest sense that there is multiple levels of like ceiling power on this. Like it's surrounded by multiple barriers. So with 15, you would know that as these unlock, likely the power of the sash will increase, but you don't know how to do that.
I'm gonna go to Reese.
Okay.
Hey Reese, you have a lot of magical items and artifacts.
I sure do.
Were they ever locked with some kind of ceiling?
Well, hold on. I gotta actually roll for this. I don't know if you've noticed this, Nicholas. I'm not necessarily the most, how should we put this? I don't know magical stuff that much. Most of my magic, I know, and he, like, you watch as, like, the shadows kind of wrap around your feet and change in different patterns and stuff. I can do very, very minor magical things, but most of my magic comes from the stuff I wear, not from, or the stuff I use, not from me. If you want to know about magic stuff, he like looks at the back of the ship, and you follow his eye line. You see Morgane is back there, and she's painting. She's got like these cards kind of spread out around her, and she's like has her paintbrush out with ink, like different paints around her, and is painting. She knows the magic stuff.
Oh, would you help me introduce myself? Get a good reference, you know?
Okay. So
Oh, I love that reaction.
he takes you up, and he's like,
Give your balls a tug.
so you follow him up the stairs to the
Yep.
back of the ship. Hey, Morgane. And you just watch as she just goes from like very focused, intently, like very like relaxed. You know when you get like into a painting zone, you're just very like chill, like Zen mode. She goes from that to just being like, yeah, sorry about the hat again. You probably would have followed me regardless, but let me tell you, the hat is a lot of fun to wear. This is Nick. He wants to talk to you. He said I'd be a good reference, and she just like, thank you, Reese. And she looks over to you. Do you need to talk to me then? And he just like, you watch as Reese is just like awkwardly standing there. She looks back to him. You can go, Reese. And he just like slowly backs away.
I love seeing that side of him, you know?
He's interesting. He's got his moments. Make a examination check for me.
Sure. 4.
Okay. Continue.
Okay. Sorry, I haven't introduced myself to you before. Nicholas Warnborn. Nice to meet you.
A pleasure. I already did know your name though. I was, informed before and she starts like putting she like kind of cleans off her brush and like sets it off to the side and like re-stoppers one of her paints, sets it down. The cards are still there. You are all rather interesting, so I was informed of your identities before I left.
So we have been told many times.
Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah. I've had this with me for many, many years now. I've just recently been scratching the surface on it. Apparently, it's some kind of artifact. It has many levels of sealing magic on it. I hand it to her.
She like sets it down, kind of moves some of the cards out of the way.
Don't like that sound.
That's a 24.
All right, like that sound.
Where did you get this?
You know, you guys have your primordial champions or whatever, or gods. I have mine. This is from Yang-Chi.
Yang-Chi can give this to you.
He left it when he disappeared. But apparently he's off doing his own thing now.
She like gently hands it back to you. Like with both hands. This is a sealed god relic. I can do nothing to break these seals. You will have to do it. The artifact identifies with its wielder, and when their ideals align with this, I would say it is with life, since Yang-Chi does not belong to any god. You will see the barriers release one at a time. And after they're all broken, it'll have its true power. These are extremely, extremely rare.
You said it was a god's relic, but Yang-Chi is not a god.
It's a category of item.
Oh, okay.
The staff Reese carries. His, I believe your friend. Actually, I want to see. Because Ghost, you are wearing the ring, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. The ring your friend wears, they are relics of power from the war between gods. So yes, technically this belongs to Yang-Chi, but who do you think made it for him? The Covenant crafted it specifically for him. And so it seems that he's passed it to you, which is a gift on itself. But I should warn you that they're not easy to break the seals. They take time.
Well, I have had it for 20 years and nothing's broken yet, so.
Yes, but think about it more like the trajectory of your life prior to this wasn't caught up in all these events, this chaos that is around us, these branching threads and times. You are in a stage of your travels, your life, that these could potentially break should you decide on the choices that align with it. But if Yangshi gave this to you, then likely he believes that it will work for you.
He was around for 10 years of my life, then just disappeared. Didn't like him that much after that happened. But I was pretty young during then.
10 years of his time is an eternity. You don't know the sacrifices, the battlefields that were probably lost so he could spend that time with you. His
So I'm learning.
power is useful everywhere across the cosmos. And we do not have as easy of a time traveling between worlds anymore. People like Yang Chi who can do it more easily, he's useful to have everywhere. So the fact that he put aside anything for that long of a time to train you means that he likely saw the threads that would happen in your future and specifically picked you out for it. He must have believed that you were worth that amount of time to train. You watch as she starts reaching she unstoppers one of the paints and takes her brush. This one, she unstoppers green and white and gold and begins to paint one of the cards.
Does she go into a
No, she's
painters?
she's still listening to you, but there's a fervor about her painting. She's painting in a specific way, but she's still listening to you. So if you want to talk to her, continue to talk to her, you can.
I guess I don't know how much more to say. Does Agatha mean well?
She pauses and looks up at you. Agatha does the best she can with what resources are available to her.
Olivia, can you fucking not? Okay.
I think it's better that she explain it to you rather than I explain it to you. But she is on our side. And an ally. And a powerful one at that.
Apparently I got off on the wrong foot with all these primordials.
I found Ellie.
I wouldn't say that you got off on the wrong foot. Agatha has quite an interest in you. You specifically were the one she was most interested in seeing a second time. Now that you've had some encounters.
Right. Okay.
Ellie, what do you think of all of this?
So.
Well, I think it's a dumb idea.
Oh my gosh.
Gavin came up
Well,
with
I
it.
guess we're not
Oh
going
my
to
God.
There you
Bio
have
City
it.
anymore.
It's a dumb idea. You heard it here first on the
So-
scene.
Any other questions for her?
No. I think that's about it.
Okay. As
Do I? Yeah.
Go. Oh, no,
I
you
was
go
I was gonna ask about the card.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
As you kind of turn to walk away, you take a closer look at the cards around her. Most of them are still almost like this grayscape, but they're set with like they have like spots for images. One has been started that is slightly black, but does not have a title yet, and the image, from what you can see, looks like Aralea. The one that she's painting with those colors is an image of you. Back turned, shield on the back, red band hanging from it. It is painted with these golds and greens and whites that kind of blend together, and it is titled Nicholas Warrenborg, the Guardian.
You're an excellent painter.
It is very, very nice too. I had quite some education in the arts.
You seem a lot more educated than Reese does.
Well, that would be because I am a lot more educated than Reese. Not to his fault.
I don't want to take up too much more time, but I probably would talk with her more about her history during our time. Get to know her a little bit more.
Yeah. We can cover that briefly. Because I'm assuming you guys would all have meals and stuff together here and there. So, just giving you a quick rundown on some stuff from her. You would find out. All of you would probably find out that her and Reese grew up are actually originally from the same city of Atkiri, from Brevaeus. They didn't grow up together, but they were both in the same spot around the same time. They're relatively close in age. Reese is a little bit older. Make a... two of you can make checks for me. Two of you make persuasion checks for me.
I will try.
Who else wants to try?
Persuasion.
Yep.
This is a different day.
This is just, you can use your bonus if you'd like.
Okay.
This is just over the course of the trip.
17 with adaptability.
Okay.
I want my reroll against Reese now that I remember that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that you had that too.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh, he also has two of those, so, we could have rerolled. Does anyone else want to make a persuasion check?
I got 0, but I'll certainly try.
All right, LD, let's do it.
2.
Okay, so 17 was the highest?
17.
So you would find out that both of them have been to Quanverth, which you guys have heard about before. That's the floating city.
Yes.
What would she tell you openly? Her father was very very involved with her education. She doesn't seem particularly happy about it. Very much was grooming her to be this. She's a noblewoman's daughter. Very much grooming her to be this prize, basically. So her specific talent was in the arts, which she actually does enjoy. With a 17, you guys actually do find out that, I would say at one point, I'm just doing a little bit of speed run for this since we are running on 2.5 hours already, and it's 8 o'clock or 8:30 already. Her and Reese were in a relationship at one point.
Oh.
I'm
They are
guessing
no longer.
It did not end well.
They're still when they're together, they're still
It's still
friendly.
fucking.
They're still friendly to each other.
Oh, okay.
but they're friends now. They're not in a relationship anymore. She wouldn't share that with you with a 17, so you'll have to figure that out later. Morgaine trained magic in Quanverth under Irith Ka Verneth. Who is a where's my genealogical histories? A Voldrai. Sorry, I'm going back there. That's most of what you get from her. Reese is a little bit more open, would share with you that each of his items are taken from god temples. The staff is from the Shrine of the Evergreen. You would also learn that the deck, so the staff is called Shatik, the Staff of Endless Winters. He stole a piece of dream silk, which is wrapped around his arm, and you already knew that he dipped his left arm in the Well of Storms. Morgaine's deck, which is, these aren't super important, you don't need to remember them. Opheniel's Gambit is also from the Shrine of the Evergreen. Reese grew up orphaned and poor on the streets. And he was picked up by a
Fucking commoner.
Reverend Liam Wallace, who Morgaine also had talked to in her past. And Reverend Liam Wallace was a priest of Yadal, and that's how both of them found their way into the faith of Yadal.
Okay.
And then Reese went and trained, and then went to Quanverth. That's basically all you find out with that 17. But that's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll say you guys are probably about, you've done a few stops because you've had to stop and trade a few things here and there. But you guys are probably 8 days into your journey off the coast of Rathtun. Yeah. You've still got a couple days before you hit Bailu City. I want everyone to make a sense intent check for me.
On who?
Well, I'm using sense intent as a way of just like general perception around you, just like sensing things that aren't necessarily like visible to the eye.
Nat 20.
Nat
Isn't
20.
Isn't the captain like
6.
a cat person as well or something?
He's a Kaisu. Yeah, he's got the fox ears. Okay, so let's start with LD. LD, Nat 20. With what bonuses?
2, so 22 total.
Okay. Aralea?
14.
Okay. Roy?
8.
Okay. Leon?
Nat 20.
With what bonuses?
It's just a nat 20.
Okay.
I mean, I have...
Any perception?
Yes, I have 2 in perception.
So 22 too. And Nick?
6.
Okay. You said 14, right, Aralea? Okay. So Leon and LD, you first notice, you guys have kind of found your ways around the ship. A lot of you, I'm assuming, spend days on the upper deck or in the cabin, but a lot of times I'm assuming on the upper deck, get some sun, get some wind, stuff like that. Spend some time reading, whatever you want to do. Morgaine has spent most of her time, I mean, she's chatted with a couple of you here and there, obviously. She is on the upper deck. She has basically been painting the entire time. Reese has since put away the gem, and is basically just meditating on the front of the ship most of the time. The two of you, Eldor and Leon, you notice his head perk up, his eyes open, his head perk up first. And it kind of sets you off of this weird, like, this uncomfortable sense. And you notice that this uncomfortable sense isn't it's an external force, which is weird. Like, you can almost feel this, like, dissonance within the air. Reese immediately looks to the back of the ship, and Morgane's head snaps up as well. Morgane? I think it might be time to draw some cards. She pulls out the deck, immediately stands up, rips out cards out of her deck. And you watch as let's see, how many of there are you? 7 plus her. She's going to use 4 of a kind, which is actually can be as many cards as she wants to draw. So she draws 7 and flings all of them out at the same time, each of them attaching to one of you. You all have water walk now for an hour.
Uh-oh.
It's 14 slots.
Kraken.
Everyone roll initiative.
Kraken.
It's a
Gotta
fucking
do the math.
kraken.
You, not quite a kraken.
Octopus.
You watch as Reese stands up and jumps back, like basically backflips off the edge of the ship. Ghost and Eldoran, you notice this first because you're nat 20s. You look into the air and there's like, you know where there's like the heat wave shimmer?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. But then you watch as there's a crack. And then there's more in other spots, small ones. But the one near the front of the ship grows larger and larger. And you watch as almost like shattering glass, reality splits open. You watch as this blue, like greenish claw grabs the edge of this like shifted rift and clamps down on it, almost cracking reality around it. You watch as this almost like, it's like a ogre fish almost type head pulls itself out of this rift with long blue horns as it steps onto the water. And you watch as some of the smaller rifts start to break open too, showing smaller, like almost like goblin level, like fish with like small horns and stuff like that stepping out, and like these different solid colored eyes. These, my friends, are demons. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Ooh.
All right.
We gotta have the powerhouse in. Bring Ellie back.
We need the 2-foot menace.
Yeah, 2-foot wonder.
So she would actually need 8 cards, including herself.
She's not casting on herself. She's
okay.
better at a distance, so she doesn't need it on herself. So she threw it on all of you.
Gotcha.
But yeah, there's quite a few of these rifts cracking open, but there's just the one big one.
Ooh.
So that's going to be it for this one, and well, we'll see where this goes next time. Hopefully we've got all 6 of you here, because I'm hoping for that for this nice, fun combat encounter.
Olivia was here for a second.
Uh-huh.
I know, for a second.
She scooted on in.
So, all right,
thing.
guys. We'll see you guys next time.
I have a relic.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And our core rulebook is free to download at www.realmsasunder.com. All the links are in the description below. Thanks for watching.